Datadog, symbol DDOG, was just admitted to the S&P 500. It's my experience that when something like a technology company is added to the S&P 500, that it goes up dramatically. I caught it at a fairly good price, and it continued to go up, and I expect it to continue to go up, because that is usually what happens when companies are admitted to the S&P 500, because the index funds are all forced to buy it. We are in a Meltup, and the market is at record highs, but I believe it is because of three very solid factors. The first factor of this is artificial intelligence, which is equally important to the Industrial Revolution. It is pushing everything that uses artificial intelligence up. The second factor is the jobs report. It came in at 147,000. The non-farm payrolls, it came in at 147,000. Many were predicting it would come in below 100,000. The unemployment rate was predicted to come in at 4.3%. It actually dropped from 4.2% to 4.1%. So that is very positive for the stock market. And the third factor is the big, beautiful bill that just was passed by Congress that will send the country deeper in debt, but for now will stimulate the economy because it has massive tax breaks for virtually everyone. Looking at the 1-week chart on Datadog, symbol DDOG, you can see that it went up massively on Thursday, July 3rd. It went from about 135 to 155. I managed to catch it at about 150, and I expect it to continue going up generally in this market melt-up. Its price to earnings is 84, and its earnings growth rate is 16%, which is decent. TTM Technologies has taken off like a rocket, and they make electrical components, and they're used in such things as drones or unmanned aerial vehicles, radar systems, and helicopter communications systems. So they're very important, and they look to be a very good investment. This is an example of the type of electrical components they make. This is a PCB, a printed circuit board. Looking at the chart on TTMI, you can see that it went up from about $41 to $44 on Friday. And its statistics are reasonable. Its price to earnings is only about 22, which is almost low for a technology company. And its earnings growth rate is an excellent 23%. So I think this is a very solid investment for me. Then we have my two wild stocks, which need close supervision. You have Reddit, RDDT, which is a $29 billion market capitalization stock. It's a social media stock, and it's been doing just wildly wonderful lately. But it's come down some because it was expected that it would enter the S&P 500, and I think someday it will. But it was a big disappointment that it didn't make the S&P 500. It is part of some of the Russell indexes. The Hood, Robinhood, HOOD is the symbol, is an $83 billion market capitalization stock, and it does both stock and crypto trading, and they tokenize stocks on the blockchain, and they use two different levels so that stocks can be traded 24/7 at Robinhood. And this is one of the major applications of crypto that convince me that crypto will be important, to the point that I now have 2% of my portfolio invested in Bitcoin. Michael Saylor is saying that it's going to go to $1 million and that we're not going to have a crypto winter. And I think the president, being so heavily involved in crypto himself and having his own crypto coin, being the chief grifter that he is, if he can make it, it actually has become a significant part of his wealth. This is the kind of president we have, but you might as well join him if you can't lick him. And I'm more than willing to do that as long as I keep making money at it. But at some point, I don't know. It's a major conflict in my mind, but I'm crying all the way to the bank at this point. I think both of these companies are wonderful stocks, but they need close supervision. I have a 4% trailing stop loss on both of these stocks, and I do that with virtually all my stocks, and it's prevented so much loss of money. It's really been like a safety belt or a seat belt in my journey through stocks. Looking at the chart, you can see Robinhood is a mover. It started the week like at 82, and it went up to 100, and it ended the week at 94. So it was all over the place on the expectation it could possibly be added to the S&P 500. And I think it eventually will. It has a high price to earnings of 73, which is very high, of course, but there's a reason for it. Its earnings growth rate is an outstanding 50%. This is a stock that needs to be watched closely, but I think we're going to get to the promised land sooner or later. The relative strength of 52 indicates that Robinhood isn't overbought whatsoever. Reddit similarly had a very rocky week. It started out at like 147, and it shot up to 162. It eventually settled down at about 157. It also has a high price to earnings of 117 and an outstanding earnings growth rate of 52%. And its relative strength is 46, which indicates that it's underbought, if anything. This is a chart of the MEGACAPS I'm invested in. My favorite is NVDA, which has made about 13%. Amazon has made about 9%. Google has made about 8%. Broadcom has made about 7%. And I don't own Tesla, but Tesla I put on here just because they're doing so outstandingly poorly. Musk's relationship with Trump has done nothing but harm to the Tesla stock. I would not touch this stock with a 10-foot pole. Tesla is down 8.4% in the last month. This is a chart of the ETFs I'm invested in. I have a lot of money in Fidelity Enhanced Large Cap Growth ETF, FELG, which is similar in many ways to QQQ, and you get some more diversification out of these two funds, as about 2/3 of these funds are large cap technology and the rest are various things. The fund that has done the best is SMH, which is the semiconductor fund, which has done 14% in the last month. So I love my ETFs, and I don't worry about them too much as long as the market's going up. Today is the 4th of July, and Trump signed the big bombastic bill which lowers taxes for virtually everyone. It's a great thing as long as the country doesn't go broke. I guess we're not in danger of going broke for a while, so we might as well have fun while it lasts, I guess. Happy 4th of July. Just a friendly reminder that this is not financial advice because I do not know your personal situation. You need to do further research and gather further information to decide if the investments I present are right for you.